We ranked the Omen movies from the worst to the best. Of all of Damien Thorn's unholy adventures, which hold up the best? Damien Thorn as the Antichrist, and the trilogy that tells his unholy tale remains popular almost 50 years later. Indeed, while putting together this Omen movie ranked list and revisiting the original franchise, I was surprised at how well the old movies held up. Omen fans will be happy that the series has been restarted in a pretty interesting way this weekend, with the First Omen a surprisingly excellent prequel to the original trilogy. Check out our interviews with the director and cast here. Even if it takes one large liberty involving Damien's birth that some fans may have an issue with. So, how do the Omen films rank against each other? Let's take a look, but remember that the Fox TV movie, Omen IV: The Awakening, is not included, as I'm sticking with feature films. The Omen, 2006. There's honestly no reason for this movie to exist. It's a scene-for-scene remake of Richard Donner's original classic, with it being so faithful that the original screenwriter, David Seltzer, has sole screenplay credit. Despite a decent cast, you can tell the difference between an old pro like Donner and a guy like John Moore, who gets outclassed in his attempt to bring the original film up to date. This remake is without any real merit, with it losing the Jerry Goldsmith score and the slew of great performances delivered in the original. Liev, Schreiber and Stiles do their best but are too young to play their parts and lack any sense of gravitas. Overall, this movie is a giant waste of time, which is why it's at the bottom of my Omen movies rank list. Omen III: The Final Conflict. I should make an important distinction here. I only consider one of the Omen movies bad, the 2006 remake. All of the others are at various levels of good. Omen III is probably the silliest Omen movie, but it also boasts an intense performance by Sam Neill as the now-grown Damien. Neill was a rising star at the time, making Zulawski's classic Possession the same year. Young, charismatic and good-looking, you buy him as the son of the devil. But, it has two problems. One is that adult Damien will never be as scary as child Damien. The other is that they decided this would be the end of the franchise, and they opted to end it on a happy note rather than the foreboding conclusions of its predecessors. It also comes up short in the gore department, with no signature kills like in the other movies. The First Omen. I was wary of a prequel to The Omen, having been burned by the remake. Yet, despite everything, I enjoyed Arkasha Stevenson's prequel to Richard Donner's original film, which is primarily faithful. The only issue is that they changed an essential detail about Damien's conception at the end in order to this into a new series. But the change they made is pretty disturbing in its own right, so that I can forgive it.